Hello everybody and welcome back to the chassis variant series of myself, Critical Rocket, and here we are with the only model of the Griffin that can be made using the in-game chassis available in MechWarrior Online. This is the Griffin 1DS. There's some interesting history behind the 1DS. It was originally intended to become the new de facto variant of the Griffin. It's supposed to replace the venerable 1M. The reason for this was the federated commonwealth had come into existence, and the power base of both House Davion and House Steiner meant that they could unify their production lines and start mass producing certain frontline trooper variants of mechs, the Griffin being one of them. The idea was, rather than using the more complex and heat-intensive weaponry of the PPC, they could upgrade it with a large pulse laser instead, which, although it didn't have the same striking range, was better for damage, and also had the ability that it didn't generate as much heat and could be more easily produced within the two great houses. And with the advances of other lost tech being recovered, you also had the XL engine back in production, which meant they could increase the size of the LRM to an LRM-20 from a 10. So the Griffin got a major boost. Unfortunately, plans went awry. Although numerous mech factories were constructing this, they were both foiled, as House Marik, I believe, captured a mech factory from Steiner, and Kuritan captured one from Davion, which then meant that those same plans fell into their hands, and thus the Griffin 1DS became a variant that was largely available across the whole hemisphere rather than being a Fedcom-only variant. As such, this kind of pushed the mech out of a regular production and moved into becoming more aligned with things like what you see later on, which is the 3M with the ERPPC instead. So yeah, the 1DS I believe is still in use across the Innisphere by most of the factions. Probably House Lau have got some of these things with the DS the DS abbreviation obviously meaning Davion Steiner. So I'm not really sure how many mechs would have actually had the DS naming system. That would have been... I'll have to look into that. I wonder if it's just a one-off by the writer who came up with it. But still, it's an interesting little bit of history. I like that. The fact that they had these plans and they were going to go ahead with some kind of major overhaul of their production lines and try and sort of make what would be counted as Fedcom, you know, sort of standard. And it got screwed over by two of their most vehement enemies. So yeah, that was kind of fun. Speaking of which, fun, this match was fun. I'll tell you now, my damage wasn't amazing, but I did really enjoy playing this match. Yes, it's a NASCAR. It's classics, ring around the rosy. I know. It's also, as some people will say, it's the ancient Greek style of warfare. You wheel around your opponent on one side, they wheel around you, that kind of thing. I personally don't have an issue with NASCAR. It just feels natural anyway. I know a lot of people would prefer this kind of no, stop, turn around, and smash into them kind of approach, and both work equally well. There's no right or wrong way to play any of these kind of games. I mean, you see it on War Thunder, World of Tanks, you know, with whatever that car one is, Crossout. You see it on all of these things. Everyone goes around in a very similar fashion. You know, the majority of your side tries to hit the weaker side of theirs, and vice versa. And that's what happened here. It was a bit touch and go. I mean, I thought, you know, at one point the team was going to be overwhelmed, and then the team moved ahead, and then I realised I was getting left behind, so I moved forward. Sadly, I didn't get many opportunities to use the LRM-20, but I do like the model. Obviously, the big downside is that all of its weapons are right torso mounted, essentially, so your right arm is your pulse laser and your LRM-20 is your right torso, and yeah, if you lose that, you're kind of buggered. Yes, I did put an XL engine in because it was the only means of getting the weapons in that I wanted with the ammunition, which is only 2 ton. But frankly, you're probably either A, not going to live long enough, or B, the enemy are going to get killed and you won't get enough locks anyway because of the way the new LRM lock system works, where you have to hold that icon on for so long. So yeah, it's not too bad. I didn't put case in the torsos. It's pointless in this game. Case makes sense in tabletop, but it doesn't really work very well here in MWO because XL engines, once it's gone, what does it matter if your ammo's exploding? Because your side torso explodes from all the ammunition exploding in it, which means your XL engine explodes and you die instantly. So yeah, case is pointless. Just save yourself the half ton or a ton or however much they've stuck in the mech, remove it. It doesn't do much for you. And if you're playing clan mechs, the case is built into the omnipods anyway, so like they don't even have to worry about that. So I wouldn't worry too much with case in Innisphere mechs. This does work with an XL engine, but in a support role only. Christ in heaven, don't fucking go toe to toe with this thing in front of another mech. It'll eat you alive. It's meant to do this. quickly run behind everyone else, firing an LRM and a large pulse laser, try not to get outflanked, and basically chase down the targets and fire on them. It's fire support, pure and simple. That's how the Griffin runs. That's how this build runs. I liked it, and that's it. That's it for the Griffins. I couldn't build any others, so yeah, I enjoyed it though. It's a fun build. I'm surprised it wasn't in MechWarrior Online, to be honest. Bit of a strange one. But anyway, thanks for watching, everybody. Hope you have a good week, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.